Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today I decided to play with my makeup a little bit differently and to create a look with this challenge called palettebingo, which is about drawing one shade from each palette using random number generator and then trying to create a look with it. Usually you pick a certain brand and kind of use all the palettes from the brand. The only brand that I have multiple palettes of is Oden's Eye. So I picked all of my Oden's Eye palettes. I picked three collab palettes, which is this Hummingbird, Giant Wolves, and Hela palette. So that's three. Then there's two palettes from the Christmas collection. And then there's the Sulmone. I think the Sulmone is the only palette that is available. I know they were restocking it recently, so this one should be available, the others aren't. I also have these two mini palettes. The Mini Forest from Alva II collection, and then this Art palette. These will be kind of my cheat palettes because this one has a really dark matte and a inner corner highlight. I would help myself with this one. And then this one is my Project Pan palette, so if some of these shades that will be drawn out would be similar to one of these, I would instead use this palette because I want to pan this palette, so it will be better for me to use this one. So these are my two like cheat palettes. I don't know if I will use them, but just in case, these will be options for me. But mainly we will be focusing on these 6 palettes. First we have this Hela palette from Oden's Eye that was created in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. This one has 16 shades, so we're gonna put 16 here. And we got number 10, so it's 4, 8, 9, 10, so it's this pink shade. It's this like bubblegum pink, which is very pretty, and I haven't used it for a while. Then we have this Merry Christmas palette that also has 16 shades. We'll see. This is number 12. So it's 4, 8, 12. It's this red one called Poinsettia. I'm not sure. But that's kind of nice shade to go with the pink. Even though this is one of my least favorite shades from the palette because it's extremely hard to use. And it doesn't really look this deep on the eyes, but we'll see. If you swatch it, it looks really nice. It looks like extremely deep pigmented red. And right now next to each other they look really nice, so this is good. We can work with this. Also this one really stains, so then from the Christmas Eve palette this also has 16 shades, so we don't have to change anything. And it's gonna be number 4, which is this blue color called Nightfall. This one is really nice. I really love the texture of this. It's extremely like smooth and really easy to work with. So we're gonna have a little bit of a contrast here. Interesting. It's not the weirdest color combo I've ever done, so it's fine. Then we have the Sulmone, and this one has 15 shades. So we're gonna change it to 15. and we'll see what we got. So we have this shade that's 14, so it's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 is this kind of reddish orange. It's more like red shimmer with a little bit of orange. That will go nicely with this, with the top part. It's kind of a little bit more bronzy. It's funny that the only kind of color that doesn't really go with the rest right now is the blue. But I think red and blue is commonly put together. And last two palettes. First one will be this hummingbird. I really hope we're either gonna get something more purple or blue or some kind of inner corner highlight. This palette has 12 shades. So we're gonna change it to 12. And we'll see. 7. So it's 3, 6, 7. Another kind of red. It's funny because I don't really think I have reds in my collection, but then apparently I do. This one is kind of like pinky reddy, kind of corally color, very neon-y corally color. So we'll see. I think at the end of this I'll find out that I have extremely large collection of reds in my palettes. I guess you can put this one in between these two. So I think that means we're gonna get red. We're gonna have red upper lid, and then the blue will be on the lower lid. I don't think you can blend the blue with any of these. I think it will just look really muddy, so I guess the blue will have to be on the bottom lid. And then our last palette is this Giant Wolves palette. This one also has 12 shades. And I really hope we're gonna get some of the blues or if this multichrome. I'm kind of missing right now either something dark or inner corner highlight or something blue to go with the blue. So I think this one is a nice palette to reach for. We should be getting something interesting here. So again, we got the shade number 9, which is 36. So it's this Ablaze, which that's actually nice. Wait, that will go really nice with the blue, and it will kind of pull it together with the reds, I think, hopefully. So it's, yeah, that will work. It's funny because I don't really wear red eyeshadows, and I don't really wear blue eyeshadows, and I sometimes wear purple. But like red is my least worn color on my eyes, and we pretty much have a full red color story. So this is interesting. I wasn't expecting this. So this is what we're working with. It's definitely interesting. I think I'm gonna use all the reds and pinks on the upper lid, and then I'll use the blue and the purple on the lower lid. And I'm gonna have to reach for my cheat palettes for some inner corner highlight. I feel like a palette with these colors exists. Like, it's not something that you couldn't find anywhere. I'm pretty sure you could find a palette that looks like this. This is what we're working with. This is our palette, and let's go to the look. Okay, so first we're gonna use this BeautyBay eyeshadow primer. So we're starting with this, and first shade that we're gonna use is the shade called Hibiscus from the Hummingbird palette. This one's gonna be kind of my main crease shade, and the one that I will be blending all the other colors into on my crease. This is kind of a perfect crease color because it's not too dark nor too light, so I really like this color. And it's pretty easy to blend this shade. It's a really good quality. Then on a smaller brush, I took the Poinsettia shade from the Merry Christmas palette. It's the bright red shade. It's kind of hard to work with, so I was very careful, and it surprisingly ended up okay, but I don't like this shade that much. To blend it all out and kind of soften up the edges, I used the pink shade from the Hela palette that also has the name Hela. It's kind of like a bubblegum pink, and I used this kind of really fluffy brush. I think this one is Morphe. Then I took the blue shade called Nightfall from the Christmas Eve palette, and I put it on my lower lash line, or under my lower lashes. And then to deepen up the outer corner, I used the shade Ablaze from the Giant Wolves palette. That one went to the outer edge of my eye, and I think that really pulled the reds on the top with the blue on the bottom. And then it was time for the shimmer, so I used the shade Eternal from the Sulmone palette, and I used it on a sticky lid. I like to use my NYX Glitter primer for these things, mainly because the shadows really stick to it. They last all day, and also it's very easy to pick them up with brush, so I don't have to use my fingers for them. And then it was time for my cheat palette. So first I used the Alva II Mini Forest palette. I pulled out this pinkish shade called Breeze, and I put it on the first third of my lid. Then from the same palette I also used the shade Shine, which is this shimmer bluish tealish color, and I put that on my lower lash line. In my inner corner I used the shade Time from the Earth palette. It has a white base and it has a little bit of yellowy shift to it. It looked really nice with this. And then I just used my mascara. This was the L'Oreal Pro XXL extension mascara. I've been using that one for a while. Then I also put gel liner on my lower lash line. I'm using the Oden's eye gel liners, and this one was the shade 007. It's a very like baby blue shade. I didn't really expect it to like this look because I don't wear these tealy blue shades as often, or these like more cooler blue shades, and I also don't really wear red like ever. I was kind of happy how it turned out. Here you can see the finished look. I will be doing this video again with other palettes, so yeah, let me know what you think about this look and if you like it. Let me know if you would try this challenge because I think it was a lot of fun, and it definitely made me think a little bit about how I can put the colors together, and it definitely picked colors that I wouldn't put together. Let me know if you have any of these palettes, and I hope you have a great day. I will be very happy to see you in my next video. Bye bye!